Saraswati Sisukund Vagwala Borsad welcomes you. Standard 9 subject Mathematics. Revision video number 1. Friends, as you know, the exam is nearing and I am trying to revise all the chapters in one by one lectures. In the first revision video lectures, let us revise chapter number 1. The name is Number System. Friends, this chapter is already you are studied in your class. So today let us revise it. First of all, in number system there are different type of numbers. First is natural numbers. Natural numbers. Natural numbers. It is denoted by n. It is denoted by n. And in this number there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to n. Infinite number, but this is positive, the collection of natural number. It is denoted by capital N, and this is can be like n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to n. Another one is whole number. Second one is whole number. It is denoted by W, and it is collection of natural number and zero. Natural number and zero. Third one is integer. Third one is integers. It is denoted by Z. That means this is comes from Zahrin. Zahrin means to count. In this integer, this is collection of positive integers, zero and negative also. So this is the integers. Number 4 is rational number. Number 4 is rational number. Now this word rational comes from the ratio. Comes from the ratio. The rational number comes from the word rational comes from the word ratio. Now it is always written like P by Q form. It is always written by P by Q form, where Q not equal to 0. Where Q not equal to 0. Now what is Q? Q words comes from quotient. Q word comes from quotient. This is the general information, friends. So P by Q form. So like this one, 1 by 2, 3 by 7, 5 by 3. These all numbers are rational number. Now, friends, we know that this is rational number. The integers also can be write as a rational number. For example, 7. I can write 7 equal to 7 by 1. So we know that rational number. This is a P by Q form. Now, this is all you know. This is just revision, so I just quickly have to remind it. Okay, so natural number, whole number, integers, rational number. Now let us see how to find rational number between two given distinct integers. So let us find rational numbers between two given distinct integers. Now let us find 4 rational numbers between 3 and 4. Friends, we know that this integer 3 and 4 can be written as a rational number. That means 3 equal to, I can write 3 by 1, and 4 equal to, I can write 4 by 1. Okay. Now friends, how many rational number you have to find? That is 4. So multiply or divide by 5 on both न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर. जिसमें आपको रेशनल नंबर फाइंड करने हैं उससे एक ज्यादा. दैट मींस हियर वी हैव टू फाइंड 4 रेशनल नंबर. दैट इज यू हैव टू डिवाइड एंड मल्टीप्लाई बाय 5. सो द आंसर इज 15 by 5. Same thing here, 5 into 5. So the answer is 20 divided by 5. Now the fourth rational number 15 divided by 5, which is less than 16 divided by 5, 17 divided by 5, 18 divided by 5, 19 divided by 5, and less than 20 divided by 5. So this C 1, 2, 3 and 4. Write down 15 divided by 5, then another number is 16, then 17, then 18, then 19, and last one is 20. You have to reach at 20 divided by 5. So see friends, this is your 3. Less than 16 divided by 5, less than 17 divided by 5, less than 18 divided by 5, less than 19 divided by 5, less than 20 divided by 5 is nothing but 4. Okay, so these 4 are rational numbers between 3 and 4. Clear? Okay, now let us see another one. Another one is find 5 rational numbers. So friends, here we have to find 4 rational numbers, that means we have to multiply and divide by 5. Here we have to find 5 rational numbers. So first of all we have to divide and multiply by 6, and 4 divided by 5 equal to 4 into 6, 5 into. So 3 6 are 18, 5 6 are 30, and 24 divided by 30. Okay, so now you have to write 5. So start with 18 divided by 30, 19 divided by 30, 20 divided by 30, 21 divided by 30, 22 divided by 30, 23 divided by 30, and 24 divided by 30. See, this one are this and this one, this is your number, and this 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 are rational number between 3 and 5. So by this way you have to find the rational number between two distinct numbers. Let us move further. Real numbers and their decimal expansion. There are two types of decimal expansion. First one is when the division terminates, and another one is when the division is not terminated. For example, let us take example when the division terminates. How to see the decimal expansion when the division is terminated? So let us take example 5 by 8. First one you have to divide 5 by 8. Let us divide 8. Here 5 is less than 8. So first of all you have to put 0, point. Now we know that 8 6 is 48. The answer is 2. Okay. So again 0, 8 2 is 16. Again 4, 0, 8 5 is 40. That is answer is 0. So our 5 by 8 we can write 0.625. Here the decimal is division is terminated. Whenever you have to get remainder 0, then this division is called decimal terminates or division terminates. Another one is when division non-terminate. That means after decimal there is a repetition of the numbers. Let us see the example. 1 by 11. So let us find 1 divided by 11. Okay. So first of all you have to put here 0, here 0. Again this is not possible. Point again 0. So 11 9s are 99. Okay. Again you will get the number 1. Again you will get the number of again 0 0. Sorry, 0 9 0 9. So see, 11 nines are 99. Again 1, put 0, put 0, once again 0, again 0 9 0 9 0 9 will be continually repeat. So the answer is we can at 0.090909 infinite times. So we can write 0.09 bar. That is 09 terms are terminating infinite times. So this is the real number and their decimal expression. So first is terminating, another is non-terminating. Non-terminating means after decimal point the terms will be repeated infinite time. So this is the concept of real numbers and their decimal expansion. Then let us recall you irrational number. Irrational number. What is irrational number? A number which cannot be written as a P by Q form. P by Q form which cannot be written in the P by Q form is called irrational number. For example, √2, √3, 5, all the √7. So these are all irrational number. So it will be asked in a 1 marks question also, blank is irrational number, and sometimes you have to get the 4 option. Sometimes this question can be asked with a true false based. So √2 is not irrational number. Answer is first, because √2, √3, √7 all are irrational numbers. Now let us see another concept of real number and their number system. Let us see on the example. Find the decimal expansion of 10 by 3 and 7 by 1. This is your first example and this is your second. The first one you have to find 10 by 3. So 10 divided by 3. We know that 3 3s are 9. 3 3s are 9. Again here 1. Now here 1 less than 3. So for you have to put here 0. Point you have to substitute. Again 3 3s are 9. So again 1 you have to 0. So again 3 3s are. That means whenever you get this one, see 10 10 10 10. So your answer is 3 3 3 3 repeating infinite time. So 10 by 3 equal to write 3.3333. So we can write 3.3 repeating infinite time. So 3 bar. Okay. Another one is 7 by 8. 7 by 8. So let us 7 divided by 8. Here 7 greater than, so point here put 0. Now 8 8s are 64. 6 put 0. 8 7s are 56. 4 put 0. 8 5s are 40. Remainder is 0 0. So here this is decimal division terminates. So answer is 0.875. So by this way you have to find the decimal example. Here infinite decimal, non-terminating, here finite, that means decimal terminates. Another type of example can be asked in your exam or test. The example is so that 1.27 bar can be expressed as the form P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0. Okay, we know that whenever Q is equal to 0, the term is infinite. So it is compulsory that Q is not equal to 0 whenever you have to find P by Q form. So first of all, we have to given that 1.27 bar. Here the bar is on two numbers, 2 and 7. That means 2 7 repeated infinite time. So 1.27 bar can be written as 1.27 27 27 up to infinite time. Now let us take x equal to 1.27 27 27 up to dot dot dot. Now we know that there are two numbers are repeating here. Two digits are repeating. Therefore, multiply both side by 100. Whenever you have to see that, if our example is 1.275 whole bar, then the digits are 3. 3 digits are whenever you have to repeating, you have to multiply on both side by 1000. Whenever 2 digits are repeating, you have to multiply by both side 100. Whenever 1 digit are repeating, then you have to multiply both side by 10. Okay, so we can write 100x equal to 1.27 into 100. So we can write 127.27 100x. Okay, now I can write 126 plus 1.272727. See, 126 plus 127.272727. This is 100x. Now we know that what is this c? This is x, so we can write 126 plus x. So we can write 100x minus x equal to 126. So 100x minus x equal to 99x equal to 126. So x equal to 126 divided by 99. So 14 9s are 126, 11 9s are 99. Answer is 14 by 11. This is our P by Q form. This is very important type of example, friends. Once again, you have to take care about whenever these two digits are repeating, you have to multiply by 100. Whenever you have three digits are repeating, you have to multiply by 1000. Whenever one digit are repeating, the digit you have to multiply by 10. So friends, now let us move further. Let us represent the real number on a number line. The example is visualize 3.675 on the number line. First of all, in this figure 1, we just, you know the number line. Here center 0, on the this side the positive number 1 2 3 4. Here there is a negative number. On left hand side there is a negative number, on the right hand side there is a positive. Now what you have to visualize? 3.765. Now you know that this number is come between 3 and 4. This from 3 and 4. So let us first of all write 3 and this is your 4. Now from this number we can write 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8 and 3.9 and 4.0. So what is our number? 3.765. So here 3.7, this number is between 3.7 and 3.8. So once again we have to write here 3.7 and here 3.8. Now between these two numbers we know that here 3.71, 3.72, 3.73, 3.74, 3.75, 3.76, 3.77, 3.78 and 3.79. Now what you have to find? 3.765. So here we know that this number here 3.76 and our number is between 3.76 and 3.77. So once again you have to write 3.76 and 3.77. So let us now between these two numbers we know that 3.761, 3.762, 3.763, 3.764, 3.765, 3.766, 3.777, 3.778, sorry 76768 and 3.769. So see 76, 761, 62, 63, 64. What we have to find? This is your 765. So this is your figure 1, figure 2, figure 3 and figure 4. So by this step, first of all you have to take the number, this number between 3 and 4. So 3 and 4, now write 3.1, 3.2. Now again we have to identify 3.7. So 3.7 and 3.8. So again we have to write 3.7 and 3.8. What we have to find? 3.76. So here this is your 3.76. So your number is 3.765. So 3.76 and 3.77 between this number. So you have to write 3.76 and 3.77, and this number is 3.765. So by this way you have to identify, visualize the number line using successive magnification. Now let us move further. Let us see some important result. Whenever you have to given that under root AB, you can write under root A into under root B. Here under root A divided by B can be written as under root A divided by under root B. This is another result. Under root A plus under root B into under root A minus under root B, we can write A minus B. Same way A plus root B, A minus root B can be written as A square minus B. Whenever you have to given that square root of A plus, root of A plus root B, under root C plus under root B equal to, we can add under root AC plus under root AD. Under root AC plus under root AD divided plus under root BC plus under root B. And this one under root A plus minus under root B whole square equal to B. You can write A plus minus 2 under root AB plus B. Now by using this identity result, let us simplify the following expression. First one is under root 11 minus under root 7, under root 11 plus under root 7. See, this is looking like this one, under root A plus B, under root A minus B. So we can write the answer is A minus B. This is your A, this is your B. Under root A minus B, under root A plus B. Answer is A minus B equal to 4. You can write this way also, or 11 into 11, first into first, plus 11 into 7 minus 11 into 7 plus, minus 7 into 7. See, first into first, that means under root 11 into under root 11 minus plus 11 into 7 minus 11 into 7 plus minus 7 into 7. So this is 11, this one will be cancelled out, minus 7, answer is both is true. Okay, another one is root 3 plus root 7 whole square. Compare like this, under root A plus under root B whole square equal to 3, that means A equal to 3, plus 2 under root AB, that means 3 into 7 plus B equal to here 7. Okay, 3 plus 2 into 21 plus 7 plus 3, 10 plus 2 root 21. So by this way you have to solve this example. Third one, you have to find 5 plus root 7, 2 plus root 5. So first of all, first into first, that is 5 into 2, okay, plus first into second, plus 5 into root 5, plus second into first, root 7 into 2, plus under root 7 into under root 5. Okay. Now 5 into 2, 10 plus 5 root 5 plus 2 root 7 plus 35. So by this way, you 10 plus 5 root 5 plus 2 root 7 plus root 35. By this way, you have to simplify this expression. Now let us move further. The next type of example is rationalize the following denominator. The first one is 1 plus 2 root 3. Friends, this is also very most important examples which can be asked in the examination or the test. First of all, you have to given that 1 upon 2 plus root 3. So you have to multiply the denominator and numerator by the opposite sign. That means you have to multiply by 2 minus root 3, 2 minus root 3. Okay. Now you can write 2 minus root 3 divided by 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3. Now remember the result. A plus root b, a minus root b equal to a square minus b. Okay, the result is a square minus b. What is the result? Once again, a plus root b, a minus root b equal to, we can write a square minus b. Okay, this result we have to use here, 2 minus root 3. So 2 minus root 3 divided by 2 square, that is 4 minus 3. Answer is 2 minus root 3. Okay. Second example. Once again, you have to given that 5 upon root 3 minus root 5. You have to multiply denominator and numerator by opposite sign. So root 3 plus root 5, root 3 plus root 5. Okay. So 5 divided by here root 3 plus root 5, a minus b, a plus b, that is root 3 whole square minus root 5 whole square, a square minus b square. So answer 5 divided by 3 minus 5 root 3 plus root 5. So 3 minus 5, that is minus 2, so that is 5 by 2 root 3 plus root 5. So by this way you have to rationalize the denominator from, you have to remember that you have to multiply and divide by denominator with opposite sign. Here 2 plus root 3, you have to multiply by minus sign. Okay, here minus, so you have to multiply by plus sign. So by this way, there is lots of example by rationalize of denominator. Let us move further. The laws of exponents. Whenever you have to given the same base, that is a raised to p, a raised to 2, base are same, powers are different, then you can write, whenever given the multiplication sign, you have to addition of the power, that is a raised to p plus q. Same whenever you have to same base, but powers also different and the sign is division sign, then you have to write a raised to p divided by a raised to q can be written as a raised to p minus q. This is another one, a raised to p raised to q, you have to write a raised to p into q. ab raised to p, you have to write a raised to p into b raised to p, and a divided by b whole raised to p, you have to write a raised to p divided by b raised to p. Here all p and q are rational numbers. By using this law, let us first find 125 raised to 1 by 3. So we know that here we have to given that 1 by 3. So I can write 5 into 5 into 5 raised to 1 by 3. 5 5 is 25, 25. That means you can write 5 cube raised to 1 by 3. Now see the result. A raised to P raised to Q equal to, we can write 5 raised to 3 into 1 by 3. That is 3 3 will be cancelled out. The answer is 1. Okay, by using the laws of exponents. Another one, 9 raised to 3 by 2. So we know that we can write 3 square raised to 3 by 2. Okay, now once again, A raised to P raised to Q, we have to write A raised to P into Q. So 2 2 will be cancelled out. 3 raised to 3, 27. Now you have to here simplify that. 2 raised to 2 by 3 into 2 raised to 1 by 5. See the row number 1, A raised to P into A raised to Q. You have to, whenever the given base is same, you have to addition of the power. So we can write 2 raised to 2 by 3 plus 1 by 5. Now 2 by 3 plus 1 by 5, the LCM is 50. So 3, so answer is 2, 13 upon 15. By this way, by using the laws of exponent, you have to find another type of example also. This is the short type of question. This will be asked in MCQ based or a short question, and you have to give on the answer in one word or a one sentence. So this is all the which we have to discuss is in the chapter number 1, the number system. Now let us going for a new chapter, chapter number 5, Introduction to Euclid's Geometry. Friends, let us start the revision chapter number 5. Before starting chapter number 5, first of all, you have to remember all the axioms and postulates compulsory. If you can understand and you can understand the postulates and axioms, you have to answer all the questions of chapter number 5 easily. Okay, so by wasting the time, let us first of all solve the short questions of chapter number 5. First one is Euclid used the word blank for a line segment. So this is already we have to discuss. The answer is Euclid used the word terminated line. Terminated line for line segment. Okay. Another question, in the Indus Valley civilization, the ratio of the land breadth and thickness of a bricks was blank. Friends, we have already discussed Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Whenever this scientist was found that civilization, the ratio of land breadth and thickness bricks was 4:2:1. Once again, I have to remind you, whenever he found the society was well planned, the road are parallel, they have a drainage system, underground drainage system, there are lots of rooms in the one house. So this is about the Mohenjo-daro and Harappa's culturization, and this is the question that in the Indus Valley civilization, the ratio of the land breadth and thickness of bricks was 4:2:1. This is the another question. Blank is a student of chess, which is also we have to discuss. The answer is Pythagoras. Pythagoras is a student of chess, a great student of chess. The boundaries of solids are called, we know that the boundaries of a solids are called surfaces. The boundaries of solids are called surfaces. Fifth one, a surface is that which has only, the answer is length and breadth. A surface is, see, this is the surface. Okay, so whenever you have the surface, these have a length and breadth. Okay, a line is a blank length, so we can write a line is a breadth length. Okay, now let us move further. Number 7, the Sri Yantra consists blank triangles and blank subsidiary triangles. we know that we have to discuss that in Sri Yantra there are 9 interbular isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. So you have to write 9 interbular isosceles triangles, and they make 43 subsidiary triangles. This is we have to discuss also. Another one, the statement that need to prove is called theorem. Another question you have to ask, the statement that you have to assume. So the answer is axioms. Okay, we know that axioms there is means the assumptions. Okay, ninth one, the number of dimension of solid are. We know that the dimension of solids are 3. Okay, so the number of dimension of solids are 3. We know that the number of dimension of points are 0. Okay. Next one, Thales was a resident of blank country. The answer is Greece. Thales was a resident of Greece country. So by using this fundamental concept, you can in the examination there will be asked in a filling the blanks, multiple choice based question and true false question. You have to prepare axioms and postulates also. Sometimes in the exam you have to write any 2 postulates or any 2 axioms of Euclid's geometry. So this is the whole concept of chapter number 5. Here we have to trying the revise the chapter number 1 and chapter number 5. I hope you are understanding all the concept and all the questions. This is only the revision video lecture. You have to prepare all the worksheets and all the homework of the chapters of 1 and 5 which will be given previously. आपको जो पहले दिया गया है वो आपको प्रिपेयर करना है. और एक बात, अगर आपको एग्जाम में कोई ग्राफ की जरूरत है तो आपको पहले से ग्राफ बाय करना है. दैट मीन्स यू हैव टू बाय द ग्राफ एंड यू विल गेट विच यू ओन. Whenever the question of regarding the graph, you have to use the graph book also. Okay, so this is the chapter number 1 and chapter number 5. The revision video lecture is over here. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.